ethanol fuel is cost effective. It also reduces global warming.
Ethanol is made from plants, yo. It's cool and it's made from the plants. It can be used to power your car. That's right, gasoline, not propane.
Ethanol. You might be wondering, what is it used for? Well, one of its most widely used applications is right here in your gas tank. So what is the history of ethanol? Ethanol was invented in the early 1800s, specifically in 1826. It was first used to power very early engines. We don't really have a specific name to tie to the first use of ethanol in engines. In 1876, ethanol was actually used to power the first internal combustion engines invented by Nicholas Otto. It is created by the fermentation, fermenting of starch-based crops. So what is ethanol used for? It can be used for the creation of gasoline and creation of alcoholic beverages. That isn't really relevant to the fuel part though. What are the positives and advantages of ethanol? So in gasoline-powered vehicles, i.e. this car, having ethanol in your fuel combined with gasoline, it can improve your gas mileage while at the same time reducing your emissions by up to 40%. So basically with that, the more ethanol, the less you have to unscrew in your gas cap. Now, what are the disadvantages of ethanol? Fuel with ethanol content over 10% may not work efficiently, and by that I mean your engine may not perform as well, and that is because older fuel systems, like in this 91 Ford Mustang, do not handle ethanol and fuel as well as a modern car. How efficient would ethanol be compared to ordinary fossil fuels, or in this case gasoline? Well, like I've said before, it can reduce your emissions by 40%. Alongside that, it will improve engine performance, which is better gas mileage. So with some good ethanol fuel, this thing will sip gas. What are the environmental impacts of this energy source? And does it contribute to pollution? Now, though it does produce much less emissions than traditional, let's say 98 octane gasoline, it still produces some harmful emissions, such as ground level ozone and smog. Using ethanol in chardon would be useful because it's a cleaner alternative to power, let's say, a generator for your house. It will reduce your cost for generating electricity for your house. It will allow you to, for even cheaper than ever before, power your house independently. So if, let's just say, you're going through a tough storm one day, your power goes out, it's okay because you got your generator. Your generator is not connected to the grid, therefore it is very difficult for you to run out of power. The future of this fuel is to be able to design engines and design better fuel so that you can have the highest percentage of ethanol in your fuel possible, so you can minimize your emissions, you can maximize your miles per gallon, you can maximize your performance. Now, this will take some new engine technology. Of course, you're not going to be able to run 98% ethanol fuel in a car that's 30, 40 years old. But in the future, modern cars they have already adapted to a high percentage of ethanol fuels. Another bonus cool feature about ethanol fuel is that you can actually make it at home. Thank you for joining me and Chad on this adventure through ethanol fuels. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. I will see you all later. That person is staring at me. This is probably going to be in a blooper reel or something. Hi.